Hello and welcome to another Dragonstorm Studios video. Today we are going to continue with our documentary on some of the key drawings that were completed for last month's Inktober challenge in conjunction with Magic the Gathering. Now, for those of you who don't know, Inktober is an artistic challenge given out to people who wish to take part and draw one picture per day. And Magic the Gathering decided to do a prompt system which tied into their current set of Magic the Gathering cards. The prompt for October 22nd was Angel. And the game had introduced, to me anyways, a new Angel character previously this year called Liesa or Liesa. I don't actually know how to pronounce that. But she was showcased again in the Midnight Hunt set that just came out recently, and I decided to draw her, starting as usual with basic shapes and outlines. Now, this drawing does mark a departure for me and my art on the channel thus far. When I began working on these videos, my goal was to improve portraiture. Having had a lot of experience drawing from reference imagery, in this video I will be making up the picture as I go. Now, I still do have a picture of a woman for body references, and I will be using a picture of the Angel character when it comes to the weapon and armor. But other than that, the likeness will be completely of my own, using the skills which I have picked up along the way. So Liesa is a new character to me, as I mentioned, but she's associated with three other archangels on the plane of Innistrad, including Sigarda, Bruna, and Gisela, all of whom I'd heard of before. So quite literally for me, Liesa was the forgotten archangel. In the lore which I was able to research for this particular video, Liesa was the leader of the Flight of Dusk, and that also harkens back to another Magic the Gathering card from the Commander Legends series that came out a couple of months ago. But whereas the other archangels had allied themselves with the forces of good, Liesa had kind of gravitated more toward the monsters on the plane of Innistrad, and ostensibly it was to find out their point of view and to kind of be a double agent, but it still led to a great deal of mistrust between her and her sister angels. When Avacyn arrived on the scene, and Avacyn is an angel who was created by vampires somehow, I don't understand how that works. Avacyn was rooting out evil essentially, and she went right toward Liesa and slaughtered all of her and her flight, her small group of followers. In order to try and keep a very long story short, Liesa was restored when the demon lord, which she had made a pact with, called the Buried One or the Buried Lord, was summoned by a bunch of humans on Innistrad to help protect them from all the werewolves and vampires and other miscellaneous evil that had threatened human beings on the plane. When the humans had resurrected the demon, Liesa also returned wounded, and she was patched up by one of the humans who had done this ritual. And when the demon was defeated, eventually, with the help of this human, they kind of teamed up together, and that's where we kind of stand at this point right now. But my goodness, it's such an amazing story, and it's online under the Magic the Gathering lore. If you get a chance to check it out, it really is quite amazing. So we end our lore discussion now to talk about the shading. And as you may have noticed during the course of that lore discussion as well, the drawing took on quite a few changes along the way. So using obviously pencils for the edges, and then the blending stomp just allows for the smudging of the shading. It allows for that blending of the tones to create a dark to light transition. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some dark on top of the shaded area just to create that extra reflective quality. Very often in metal you get lights and quite extreme darks to create this wonderful metallic sort of effect, which really does create a striking look to armor in particular. You can see it throughout the rest of the picture there as well. Even the staff that she's holding on to, I'm going to shade a little bit to create that kind of shine effect, which will just make it look a bit more realistic overall in the picture. As we finish up the drawing here, you can see that I've added in just some reflective or like light effects shining out from her glowing hand. You'll notice that the armor is actually lighter where the glow is, and that just creates this really cool effect. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video and have a great day.